People often look to the Washington Post for their facts. They go to this page, the fact checker, to look at what the Washington Post has figured out is true and what's false. Because people truly trust the fact checker. I mean, that's their job, right? Their job is to check the facts, ensure that what these politicians are saying is actually correct. But one of the fact checkers, Glenn Kessler, has a terrible record. So I already did a piece last summer on Medicare for All. Glenn Kessler had a fact check on Bernie Sanders' Medicare for All claim, and his piece was completely riddled with bullshit. Everybody took it down. Not just, I mean, there are multiple articles taking down how stupid Glenn Kessler's piece was. So I'm going to link to that above the video if you want to watch that. But he did it again. So he has been very focused for some reason on Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. So he put out this piece. Ocasio-Cortez misfired facts on living wage and minimum wage. The freshman member of Congress is calling attention to income inequality, but plays fast and loose with her claims. And he gave her 3 Pinocchios. Now, I don't want to get too bogged down in the details here like I did with the Medicare for All piece, because honestly, Jacobin has a fantastic breakdown on all the bullshit that Glenn Kessler puts in this piece. So I'm going to link to that Jacobin article below the video. But I have a larger point to make here. But before I get there, let me just show you the headline of this Jacobin piece that I want you to read after this video. Sorry, AOC is right, by Matt Brunig. The Washington Post tried to fact-check Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez yet again, and yet again, the paper instead made a fool of itself. So, again, I want you to actually go and read that article, I suggest, after you watch this video, because it breaks down exactly what is wrong with that piece. But the reason I'm not going deep into it is because there's a larger point I want to make here. So let me start off by reading this paragraph from the Washington Post fact check. Even if Ocasio-Cortez were right about the minimum wage, her contention that those companies are benefiting from a wealth transfer is dubious. The standard incidence analysis used by the Congressional Budget Office, Joint Committee on Taxation, and other researchers generally assumes all costs and benefits of labor. Generally assumes. That's a link. Let's click on this link. Let's see where it takes us. Wal-mart, a progressive success story. Okay. Written by Jason Furman from 2005. Are you kidding me? So this fact checker, for issuing his facts, he uses a paper that is crediting Walmart as a progressive success story. Bernie Sanders, AOC, number of other progressives consistently use Walmart as an example of the failure of capitalism. Yet here you have the fact checker of the Washington Post citing this paper as somehow, these facts are actually more important than your facts. These facts are right, and you're correct, even though this paper was, I was going to say something dirty, was loving on Walmart as a progressive example of how to run a business, and was written before the collapse in 2008. I mean, this is the issue with not just the Washington Post, not just Glenn Kessler, not just this fact checker. This is the mainstream bubble. This is their world. So to expand on that even more, I have to build to it here. First, I want to give credit to Dan Lavoie. He is the former New York State AG senior advisor. He caught this and shared it on Twitter. Now, as I said, this is a bubble that Glenn Kessler and all these people live in. But to build to that, to show you that, I want to first show you Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez's response. If the point of fact-checking is to enforce some objective standard, why would Glenn Kessler use a Walmart-funded think tank as a reference material for wage fairness? That's like citing the foxes to fact-check the hens. Here's 4 Geppettos for your contested Pinocchios. Now, Glenn Kessler came out with the defense and only dug the hole deeper. Here's what he said. Check the name of the author, Jason Furman. chairman of Council of Economic Advisors under Obama. He's someone I have known for 20 plus years, and he is simply citing some basic economics. I included the link only because his discussion of the economics was detailed and thorough. This is the cartoonish view of the left that mainstream press has. Oh, this guy worked for Obama. Oh, well, in that case, I'm just going to submit. Oh, you are right. This guy worked for Obama. Everything's great. These people have no idea how critical progressives are of Obama. If they paid any attention at all to the left, they would understand that Obama was not the be-all, end-all. Obama is not a progressive champion, never was. Yet they constantly use people like this that are just liberals, neoliberals, as examples of, oh, well, if you disagree with Obama, well, then how are you part of the left? They're insane. Now, AOC had a great reply to this. So she tweeted out, "Revolving door politics doesn't care what administration a person worked for. The truth is, many folks come to government to collect a title and leave to collect a lobbyist check. Washington Post itself touched on this by covering the Harvard orientation. You are legitimizing that by citing this study." Shut down. So Glenn Kessler, once again, got absolutely destroyed. Now, this time it was by an actual politician destroying him and not just other journalists online. But to give you, I guess, someone else's view here, this is what journalist Ryan Grimm said about this. "Objectively, this Glenn Kessler fact check from yesterday should simply be retracted. It's just flat out wrong. Even before you get to the question of the paper he cited titled Wal-Mart, a Progressive Success Story." So, and then he links to a People's Policy Project breakdown, which is the exact same piece that was republished on Jacobin as well. And Grimm continues, "Furman has a particular view, that Walmart is actually good. Kessler says he's known Furman for 20 years. That's fine, and Furman is totally free to believe that Walmart is progressive and good. But Kessler has no right to treat Furman's opinion as an objective fact. When Obama brought Furman into his administration, the left objected, specifically because of Furman's belief that Walmart is good, among other things. To simply treat Furman's opinion as the only accurate view of the world is bizarre and not how you do fact-checking." So this is the perfect example, once again, of this bubble. This idea that, oh, well, I've known this guy for 20 plus years. You're telling me that I am wrong to cite my friend and consider his idea of what facts are more important or more correct than what your idea of facts are? It's completely absurd. And look, if you want to look at facts, all the facts are on the side of AOC and Ryan Grimm. We have seen what 30 plus years of this sort of neoliberalism has done, of someone like Jason Furman, his idea of how an economy should be set up, what it has done to people. 30 plus years, wages have gone down and all the wealth has been transferred to the top. Yet we are supposed to continue to believe people that love Walmart, those people are correct on these issues. Where's the proof? So this is the issue with this bubble. Understand here, when you have a fact checker from the Washington Post, it does not mean that they have the actual facts. Their facts are taken from other people that they know, like in this case, Furman, a guy who wrote a paper about how Walmart is progressive. I mean, so thank God this was completely destroyed online. I mean, most people likely never even saw this article, so it's possible I'm introducing you to this piece just in this video, but this is, I mean, the only consolation I have here is that I don't think a lot of people, as I'm saying, read this. Most people that really treat the Washington Post as the end-all be-all are people that are already in this bubble. People that already are incredibly wealthy. People that already think, oh, capitalism is the best thing ever. People that already don't question the system. Everybody else either doesn't read the Washington Post or anything, or they get their facts from a variety of sources. So understand here, and again, I've been saying this a lot recently, but it doesn't mean that everything the Washington Post puts out is incorrect or wrong. It means that this piece is wrong and that you should be able to question not only the fact checker here, but the actual author of the article. So Glenn Kessler clearly doesn't have a good track record. Now, anytime Kessler puts something out, question him. Remember, the paper as a whole aren't writing these pieces. There are people that work for these publications that are writing these pieces. So look at the author, look at their track record, what they tend to write, if they tend to be wrong or correct, and judge based on that. So again, this is only the beginning. We are going to see a lot more of this, especially once hopefully Bernie Sanders throws his hat into the 2020 ring. We are going to see these people come after Bernie because Bernie challenges what their idea of normal is. So they're going to come after him and write pieces like this that are riddled with bullshit. And then you're going to see MSNBC and CNN cite them as if they are facts when they're not. But thankfully, a lot more people now are getting their information from a variety of sources and not just these mainstream publications.